Hey folks, Dave here, and welcome to the third episode in my Impressions playthrough of Torment, Tides of Numenera. Well, it seems like so far there's been no good points to stop the episodes at. I guess I'm still in the intro, and until I am able to start wandering around and exploring, we're we're going to have this problem where it's like, I'm in the middle of a conversation or I'm in the middle of character creation. Oh, well, I guess the episode ends here. But what's happened so far is I created my character. The sorrow burst into my character's mind, and I had to do a fight scene. Yes, I had to do a fight scene. And escape from it, and then I woke up with these two interesting characters, Calistage and Aligern. I'm sure that's how it's pronounced. I'm sure. They're discussing where to take me to maybe help get this sarcophagus resonance machine thingy that I forget the name of fixed. So, without further ado, let's continue. I'm about to make my choice between the Cults of the Changing God, or the Order of Truth. So, let's start playing. You know what? I've thought a bit about it, and I'm going to go to the Cult of the Changing God. A wise choice. Your worshippers aren't likely to cut you apart. Likely. And they're sometimes fools, but they collect knowledge and data. They'll tell you more than you care to know about, whoever you are. They could give you good counsel. Pardon me with my voice. I just had a quick snack to quell the hunger, and my voice is a bit scratchy now, I think, because of it. But we will soldier forth. She sniffs and gives Aligern an acid glare. Good counsel. The best counsel is to come with me. I'll accompany the two of you. When you change your mind, you'll need an introduction to the Order of Truth. Fine, we'll both go, but don't be surprised when Calistage leaves you broken in a ditch with your purse empty, while she laughs it off as a good experiment. Suspicious as always, Aligern. Child, the world is an exciting place, but it is full of dangers. Rest assured, one of us will get you safely to where you need to be. I'll be right behind you. A sunny smile crosses her face. Scan thoughts. I shudder to think what Aligern might do to the child. Why do you want to go with me? What's in it for you? I won't deny that you are an exciting find, but it's not about that. I just want to see you safely out of the reef. Who knows what secrets this child could help me find if I can help him live long enough. So she's worried about Aligern, but she's also not being altruistic. I think taking the scan thoughts was a good idea. Kid, you're not safe here, not just because you're new. Treasure hunters trawl the reef, scavengers who would sell you for parts if they knew where you came from, what you were. If he's not the changing god, he needs my help. And if he is... Alright then, let's go. You've gained your first companions. They will follow the last cast-off and can be controlled during a crisis. You can speak to them about their past and take advantage of their unique skills and abilities. Our abilities and skills. Companions have their own motivations and personalities, and depending on the choices you make, they may not follow you forever. You will find more companions who can join you as you travel through the ninth world. Cool. Take this opportunity to explore your surroundings. You may find items, equipment, and more to assist you. When you're ready, you can leave the broken dome using the stairs to the northeast. I wonder if, there's, there is a highlight button. Excellent. It's tab. So. Broken fragments of the dome ceiling are scattered on the floor. Let's look at this. Mechanical arm lies on the floor, presumably broken during your fall. Sparks pour from the arm's shattered housing, filling the air with a greasy stench. Hey, a machinery thing. Quick fingers. Attempt to scavenge what you can from the arm's housing. If you select the companion's portrait in the effort window, they can assist the last cast-off with some challenges. Your companion's stat pools are used instead of your own, and they may have different skills, abilities, and statistics that make the challenge easier. Companions cannot assist in a crisis, They only use their stats during their turn. I see. So, I've got the most speed. I'm at a 60. Elegran's at 2. I don't want to use their points. I use my points to go to 82. Do I want to use a point or not? That's the question. I don't know when I'll need them. Why not? And I failed. Oh well. Inside the broken machine, you notice some little trinkets and small coin-like objects. You recognize their value at once. Such objects would be accepted as shins, the informal currency in most regions of the world. Unfortunately, you're only able to retrieve a few of them. You can't seem to dislodge the others. Let's examine the housing. Sharply pointed apparatus that formerly topped the device appears burnt out and useless, but the equipment in the base remains at least somewhat operational, as the constant stream of sizzling motes can attest. Let's leave it alone. Okay. Let's go to this. Sunlight falls through the ragged hole in the roof onto the shattered resonance chamber. It is hard to believe that you did this, that you plummeted through the curve of the pale blue sky, crashed through the dome, and broke this delicate machine with your own body. It is hard to believe that you are still alive. 4 mechanical arms hang over the center of the device, above the cracked, semi-transparent crystal of the sarcophagus. Pardon me. Indigestion. Woo! The 5th arm lies broken on the floor among the scattered synth and crystal shards, and a metal ring surrounds the array, dented and broken by your impact crater. Okay, I guess I can... I can inspect everything. Let's look at the ring. You feel the slightest hint of resistance every time you cross the ring, and now that you're paying attention, you note that your breath is echoing in your ears as though you were inside a glass dome. When you step outside the ring, the feeling passes. It's suspended arms. Cables run from machines along the dome's walls to the base of the suspended arms, each of which is capped with long needles, aimed at the cracked coffin-like chamber at the center of the platform. Gem-like lights flicker dimly at the bases of the arms. Let's look at the sarcophagus. The padded interior beneath the coffin's cracked lid looks like it was made for a human body. Despite the damage, you don't see any way to open it and get inside. You glance between the sarcophagus and the needle-like protrusions at the ends of the arms above. It seems likely that using this chamber would not be a pleasant experience. Step away. Okay.
Without doubt.
Here we go. Shins. Encephalic rush. Hey, heals intellect. Cool. Oh, look at this thing. Slate-back, unimpressive device hunkers before you. As you reach out to touch it, the triangle of lights on its casing blazes into life and an image unfolds in your mind. A towering crystal arc rises over a jagged gray landscape. The air is dead and stifling. There, at its emerald peak, the image collapses, leaving you staring into the device's triangular array of lights. "Command me," the device or the intelligence within it says, each word carefully etched with distaste. What commands do you recognize? The 3 lights throb irritably. Heated air sighs from the device's vents, and then a towering list of commands races through your mind. Far too fast to read. You rub your eyes, groaning, and the intelligence chortles. "Command me," it says smugly. Who are you? "Your command was not understood," the intelligence says with clear satisfaction, sounding for all the world like it understood the question, but is choosing not to answer. "Command me." Show me the list of commands again. Slower, please. If anything, the list pours through your mind even faster than the last time. "Command me," the intelligence drawls. Show me the arc again. The device's triangle of lights throb in time with the growl of the engines within its casing. The mental image unfolds once more. You see a huge crystalline arc on a jagged field. The arc is divided into rectangular cells, all of which are numbered, and they all appear to be transparent and empty, except at the arc's pinnacle, one cell is lit in a brilliant pulsating emerald. The number 0 is printed on its side. And anamnesis? Okay. Try to remember more details about the strange place. Ooh, 80% as it is. Yeah, let's do it. Hey! Cool. Success! The memory blossoms. You stand before this arch, eyeing the last 2 active cells and once impenetrable Lugum Vo. Unleash cell 29, you say, and a twisted artifact appears before you. You claim it with a faint smile, watching the light fade from the cell far above. You flinch from the memory, and it falls apart as you raise your eyes to the arc as it is now. Cell 29 is dark now, only cell 0 remains. Examine the jagged wasteland. Dry grit whirls across the empty plain. Many kilometers beyond the arc is the faint outline of what seems to be a broken tower, except that it is slowly stretching into the gray air. Well, let's close the image. You release your mental hold on the image of the arc, and it collapses, returning you to reality. Command me, the intelligence says sulkily. Unleash the contents of cell 0. I don't know what that does, but it sounds like it might be worth doing. You found a cipher. Ciphers are Numenera objects that can trigger a powerful effect but can only be used once. Ciphers and your cipher limit score are displayed in a special section of the inventory screen. Take care not to accumulate more ciphers than your cipher limit, or you will experience unpleasant side effects. The device's lights flutter with incandescent shock, then focus on you flickering. Cell 0 will now be unleashed, the intelligence spits. Please be advised that the object you are about to receive is completely safe. Use no caution whatsoever. The strange contents of Cell 0 materialize before you. Warning, all cells are now vacant. Shuddering Lugum Vo. The intelligence's lights wink out one by one. Okay, deals energy damage to all characters in range. Cool. Interesting that a cast-off can command the changing god's machines. He crosses his arms across his chest. How'd you do that? Callistage rolls her eyes at Allegern. Then she looks to you. He'll never stop gnawing on this bone, you know. The truth is wasted on him. She gets a glint in her eye. Though I admit curiosity. How did you do that? I remembered something. I knew it, Allegern said, bearing a savagely triumphant grin at Callistage. Meaningless, Allegern. He clearly has basic skills and knowledge from the changing god having been in his body. Who's to say there aren't even more specific memories locked away in there? How many memories might this child have access to? I must know. So do I click on this thing to access it? No. I dismiss that. I probably just have it, right? Crackle. Okay, so if I go to my inventory. Party inventory, right. Cool. So I've got a cipher now. 1 to 5. Okay, so that automatically. Okay. Allegern's got this mace. Stage has got a gun. And I have nothing. Nada. Okay. Combat skills, medium weapons. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Tiny glowing motes float through the interior of this tower. Each one is surrounded by much smaller motes, like thousands of worlds circling their suns. Let's look at you. Flexible tubes that are attached to this machine appear to be later additions. Someone cobbled the device together, but its function is unclear. You know, before I do anything, let's see if I can save. Hey, save! Shave! Alright! Woo! Yay! And let's exit. You sleep to get your mind to speak.
I need to talk to you. This is the Reef of Fallen Worlds, kid. It's a dangerous place at the best of times. And with you lighting up the sky as you fell, well, we should get out of here as soon as possible.
Why were you looking at me when you said that? I wasn't, he growls. Don't be so paranoid. But when she isn't looking, he raises his eyebrows at you knowingly. What makes the reef so dangerous? The Numenera of the past are always dangerous, but there are other dangers too, some closer than others. I hate to think what Calistage might do to him if I weren't here. What do you think of Calistage? A parasite disguised as a Skalark. Don't be surprised if she betrays you before the day is done. Actually, that would be slow for her. Why are you traveling with her? He clenches his mouth shut, and you can see his jaw muscles working. She said she could help me with a problem I had. We never seemed to get anywhere with my business, but found plenty of time for hers. He looks you square in the eye. It wasn't something I'd care to do again. Keep that in mind when you talk to her. Okay. What is that? Oh, and there's something I could pick up. More moss. Hey! That's cool. Two floating cones whirl and spin deliriously around each other, giggling like children being tickled. The air around them smells of the sweet burning leaves. I'll touch a cone. Yeah, sure. You manage to graze one of them with the tip of your finger. Rorn, a voice says, and your vision is stolen from you. A moon hangs over you, but it is not the one you recognize. It's black and in a pearl-white sky. Thick, flat asteroids orbit it like petals in the wind. You feel questing tendrils at your ankle. The hot wind on your face smells of scorched hair and grief. Your vision returns. The cones hang motionless for only a second before resuming their giggling dance. Watch them for patterns. The longer you stare at these artifacts, the more you're convinced that they turn faster when their spiraling paths cross each other. What are you? The cones continue whirling and laughing like enraptured dancers, giving you a sign that they've heard you. What are you for? The cones greet your question with a split second of hushed silence, followed by delighted peals of helpless giggling. They aren't for anything. They're from one of the worlds before this one. Ligurn rubbed a hand along his double jaw. Sometimes the Numenera will do something useful. Sometimes they'll turn you inside out, and sometimes they don't do a damn thing that makes sense. I've often said the same thing about you, darling, Calistage murmurs. Let's leave the cones alone. Is there an overhead map? Area map. There we go. Okay. Right.
Let's do it.
What's this? A tangled cluster of metallic tendrils grows from the depths of the nearby water. Strangely, they resemble clawed alien hands, most of which have 7 or 8 fingers. I'll examine them. Perception. You try to lean against the nearest palm and notice that it innocently moves with you, as if guided by a wind that's not there. You feint right and go left instead, just in time to see what the hand was trying to hide. One of the lower hands is passing a small silvery object, a seed pod, to another. Let's try and grab the seed pod. Nice. You wait for an opening, then snatch the pod as it passes from one hand to another. Immediately, a wave of outrage washes over you from the cluster's direction. Ooh. Appears you've made an enemy. Congratulations, dear. Walk away. Okay. So. Okay, I can have 5. That's a nice little, Cool, I can use ciphers for,
In this world, then.
Okay.
You got it.
Those cube hovers in the air, you can feel the ground shudder with its vibrations.
In this world, then.
Okay, what's this thing? Something's happening. Koro. As you step onto what looks like the back of the enormous construct, 4 strangers approach you. In the lead is a wiry man with parallel scars running from cheek to collarbone on the left side of his face. He gives you a welcoming smile, pulling on gray gloves embedded with pulsing lights. He's about to say something to you when he notices Calistage. He's the star, or he came out of it. But what does Cal have to do with this? Cal, I thought you'd sworn off trawling the reef. Found anything tasty? His eyes travel up and down both you and Algern. Odds and ends, Koro. Nothing that would interest you, I'm sure. Her words are calm, but she has gone quite still. What is he doing here? He has something up his sleeve, I know it. Let's let them talk. His hand curls into a fist at his side. I was wondering, specifically, if you had seen a falling star that landed near here not long ago. I've seen nothing of the sort, dear Koro. Her lips closed thinly. What about your friends? He turns to you. I know most of the draft that scavenges the reef these days. It's a rare pleasure to see a new face. I don't want to. Yeah, let's try the truth. I fell from the sky. There was no star. I thought so. To reward your honesty, I shall be honest in turn. You have 2 choices here. Both of them are dreadful. He holds up a finger. First option, you surrender to us and we convey you to my employer for, well, experimentation and dissection, frankly. It's not pretty, but there it is. He holds up a second finger. Second option, we kill you and the old man. Try not to kill Calistage and bring your body to our employers anyway. He winks at Calistage. Apologies, sweetness. Algern, he whirls on Calistage, his face tight with fury. You told him we were here, didn't you? You couldn't resist selling me out one more time. Are you really so paranoid? She sighs in exasperation. Darling, she says to Koro, take your thugs and go home. Otherwise, we'll have to rip you to pieces, and the world is already so untidy. Koro clenches his gloved fist, and a soft whistle pierces the air. What do you say, fallen star? I'm not going anywhere with you. What a shame, Koro says and glances at his companions. Now! Couldn't talk myself out of that one. Okay. In a crisis, characters take their turns in the sequence shown at the top of the screen. That sequence is determined by each character's initiative. You can improve this score by training the initiative skill. Probably like a speed stat, right? Not all encounters must be solved with muscle alone. Try using the Numenera artifacts nearby or talking directly to Koro. How you choose to solve the crisis is up to you, but there will be consequences to your actions. Okay. Don't like that. Green fluid drips from into the device nozzle, hisses angrily on the metal surface beneath. If the valve still functions, it could be used as a weapon. Energy pulses occasionally over this dish. A flash of melancholy prickles your mind with each wave. I could talk to Koro. Okay. So I can use Onslaught. What about the thing, Okay, let's interact with this. A long tube emerges from the plating of the dead construct and winds upwards. The duct terminates in a hollow cone. Every few seconds, a minute drop of green liquid drips out of the end and steams as it strikes the ground. So it's an acid gun? The fluid is some kind of highly corrosive acid. It would do severe damage to organic tissue. Around the owl rests at the base of the cone, ringed by a thin crust of corroded metal. It appears to be a valve that controls the flow of the noxious substance, but it looks like it hasn't been moved in centuries. Well, I might as well try and turn the valve. 80% without even trying. Fuck yeah. Let's go. With a crack, the valve budges a centimeter. A thin stream of noxious fluid pours from the nozzle and hisses into the metal surface. You open the valve a bit further and aim the ensuing spray. That's Vilnix there. Or Elegern's body is covered in strange, shifting tattoos. He can use the Living Tattoo's ability to plunk a strand of ink from himself, granting him the Living Tattoo's Fettle. When the Fettle is active, he gains increasing bonuses by chaining together similar actions. Uses a different kind of action. He breaks the chain, loses the Fettle. The ability does not use his move or his action. Okay. Use the ability bar above the portrait. Gotcha.
Never seems to run out.
So, and there's my alarm, but okay, attacks defensive esoteric ciphers multiple turns in a row, and I can get increasing effects. 75%, 80%. Let's get rid of Ixa first. 4.0 basic attack, 75%. 4 plus 2, 95%. That uses one of his mites. Yeah, let's do that. Callistage is a dimensional husk who exists in multiple realities at the same time. She can use this trans-dimensional power to teleport between locations using her dimensional superposition ability. Teleporting uses her move instead of her action. Ooh, that's really cool. So,
Probability shakes at my coming.
ooh. %, 5 plus 0. 100%, 5 plus 2.
Taste your death.
Okay, Allegren just got hammered.
Must find a way to shake this off. Probable. Sadly infected.
He used that turn to heal one of his buddies. Okay, no, I've got to stop. Okay, so next time on Tides of Numenera, we will continue this fight. Ooh, I'm enjoying this. It feels like it really wants me to make use of all the different types of abilities, and I guess I should have tried to talk to Koro, but I have a feeling because of his employer or because he seems a bit thuggish, like I'd probably have to put down a couple of his goons before he's willing to hear me out. And actually that's proven by the fact that he went to heal his buddy over there. So yeah, I'll think on that a little, and next time we'll see how things play out. Please let me know in the comments what you thought of the episode, what you think of the playthrough so far. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.